The heavyweight, Titan clashing, exciting matching, WCWO, concrete fighting action, anything goes, tag team or cage bout, outlaw wrestling to show you what that rage bout. Yes sir, tombstoning me on his back, figure four sharpshooters, hit him with the torture rack, force him back, full speed, coming off the ropes, bones flying, the clothesline broke him down slow, yep. On board till his clavicle cracks. Crowd amped and they chanting for the champ to come back. Let's go. Getting the shine on, grind mode and back in it. Momentum switched in moments from submission tap finish. This is Wild Champ Wrestling, Indiana's best. No other that's like us, ain't no running with the rest. We gunning for respect and ready to throw down. If you ain't seen yet, we ready to show now. Yeah, we on a fight to the finish. Knuckle up outlaws till we winning on our way to the top and ready to throw bows. As soon as the bell rings, it's WCWO. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WCWO Wrestling here in the Outlaw Arena in Indianapolis, Indiana. I am Brian Clark. This guy to my left, the big deal Dallas Divine.
They let you back in?
They let you back in?
I'm here, and that's all that matters.
Last week, we saw a lot of action. We saw the WCWO Outlaw Champion, Itch Weeder, put his title up on the line against Guy Lombardo, and Itch came out victorious.
Walked in as champ, walked out as champ.
Who didn't walk out as champs last week were then the WCWO Tag Team Champions Cold War. They were defeated by some guys that you know very well, the Basher Boys.
Hey, Dan and Don once again, the WCWO Tag Team Champions, Cold War.
Yeah, Kevin Frost, Brad Lehman, they were the Tag Team Champions last week.
Were.
This week, we have Dylan Bostic going up against Poison Apollo Star. That'll be a great match. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for some great action.
Weighing in 253 pounds, from Lafayette, Indiana, he is Lash Gibson. And his opponent, weighing in 243 pounds, from Greenwood, Indiana, he is Too Cool T.J. Kemp. This contest is scheduled for one fall, 115-minute time limit. Your referee, Tommy Dusu.
All right, we have Lash the Wicked Gibson versus T.J. Kemp. Man, it's been a while since we've seen T.J. Kemp. What do you think, Big Deal?
I think T.J. Kemp was run out of town by someone, and apparently he got lost. Now he's back. Should be a good matchup.
Well, personally, I love watching T.J. Kemp and Lash Gibson.
You would.
I do. And Lash Gibson is nobody to mess with either. Look at these flips and the rolls.
Both of these guys are great athletes. WCWO, this is where the wrestling is the best, longest running, biggest promotion.
Well, speaking of good wrestling, you see Lash Gibson with the headlock now, really working it, and T.J. Kemp trying to escape. Oh, and what a reversal. Now Lash Gibson is in the headlock.
These two will go back and forth. I'm getting tired of hearing these scissor bills.
Well, T.J. Kemp right now is getting tired of Lash Gibson with the shoulder block off the rope, rolled under him. Oh, and he blocks the hip toss and gives Lash one himself.
He pulled the man's trunks.
Oh, he gave him a clothesline too. How do you pull trunks on a hip toss?
You grab him by the... You wouldn't know. You've never been in a ring.
Well, T.J. Kemp certainly has, and he is showing his ability right now. Talking to the crowd.
Lash Gibson, you show right there how much...
What's he doing? Oh, he went airborne.
Now, there was no need for that. Lash Gibson went outside trying to regroup himself, and the man needs to stay in the ring.
Why don't Lash Gibson stay in the ring?
I just said he was going out to regroup. You can do that.
Yeah, well, T.J. Kemp didn't want to wait anymore. He was ready to get this over. What? That's the WCWO champion Itch. What's he doing out there?
Apparently, he's got something to show to either Lash Gibson. I got a feeling maybe he's showing that to the man he took it off of, Mr. Kemp.
That is true. He did. Yeah, he did beat T.J. Kemp for that title. And right now, it looks like Kemp is ready to earn his way back to a title shot.
He needs to step on the bottom ring of the ladder. He's been gone too long.
Oh,
walk into a title shot.
Look at that clothesline. He about took Kemp's head off with that thing.
I enjoyed it.
Well, it wasn't you. Kemp with a kick out. Look at that replay right there. Man, man, he took his head off. And a really nice scissor leg drop on Kemp, going for the pin again.
That referee's a little slow getting down on the mat. That should have been a 3 count. Twice it should have been a 3 count.
Well, it's only 3 if he can actually get to 3 before Kemp kicks out.
I am working with Einstein.
Right now, Lash Gibson is taking it to TJ Kemp with knees and elbows. Oh, and what a boot to the face.
Stay on him, Lash.
Lash going for a pin again. Kemp still not staying down.
We got this crazy scissor bill over here beside us that's yelling and screaming, shut up!
Lash Gibson with a rear headlock. Crowd is really getting behind TJ Kemp right now.
I'm going to have this guy escorted out of this arena. I'm getting tired of listening to him. He's rooting for the wrong guy.
Oh, kitchen sink. Lash Gibson really taking control of this matchup now. And Lash Gibson's no one-hit wonder either. He's held a few titles in WCWO. He's held the Territorial Championship and the Tag Team Championship on an occasion.
Lash Gibson is a very formidable opponent for anyone, and TJ Kemp, the former champion, is finding that out first and foremost, right here in front of us.
Lash needs to get him off the ropes. Forearm to the face, and now with an Irish whip. And a back elbow. Wow, Lash is not messing around today.
Lash Gibson right now, Brian, is putting on a clinic. He is dissecting the former champion.
Was he dissecting or trying to behead the former champion?
Either one of them.
Because there's another shot to the throat.
I believe he can pin him anytime he wants, and he just wants to dish out some punishment. They don't call him wicked for no reason.
That is true, and he is showing some wicked anger management skills here. And TJ Kemp with a comeback.
Closed fist. Now the referee needs to get in there. You
Those
didn't
are
see
elbows.
You
Those
didn't.
are forearms.
What kind of position do you have?
Same one. Oh!
There.
A much better position than Kemp just had. That was a pig boot.
That ought to do
Going
it.
for the pin. And he kicks out again.
I don't know what it is with these referees in WCWO, but they count. 1.
Well, he's counting faster than that while Lash choked him.
When did he choke him?
What are you looking at?
I wasn't looking. I was too busy yelling at the referee.
I noticed that. Why don't you pay attention here? Lash Gibson choked TJ Kemp, and now he's going to put his head into the turnbuckle. And another back elbow.
I haven't seen one move that was not wrestling out of Lash Gibson. I don't know what you're talking about, but then when Kemp gets his advantage,
Well,
it's close.
Kemp's got, what a move going for the pin. And he pulled out the victory. Lash Gibson pulled out the victory.
That was
sorry.
luck. That
I
was
take
just
back. That was
typical.
TJ Kemp.
That was just luck, and I'm not so sure. We got a replay on that. I'm not so sure that he didn't have a hold of the man's trunks again.
He didn't have a hold of the trunks.
Introducing first, weighing 272 pounds, from Munich, Germany, he is Baron von Kane. And his opponent, weighing 248 pounds, from Greenfield, Indiana, he is Kenneth. This contest is scheduled to run for 15 minutes. Your referee, Mr. Toby Lee.
Brian, now there's a dangerous man in the ring right there, and I'm not talking about Elvis Colt. I'm talking about Baron von Kane. I know that man as probably as well as anybody, a very dangerous man. Anthony Lee here may get a wrestling lesson.
Well, right now, Anthony Lee just gave him a slap to the face, and now he's got an armbar on him. But I agree, Baron von Kane, nobody to mess with. Honestly, I try to avoid him in the back. He's a frightening-looking man.
You do have some smarts.
Yes, I'm not as dumb as I look.
That'd be pretty dumb.
Well, Baron von Kane slapping Anthony Lee, and Anthony Lee is a new up-and-comer. He was part of a Young Guns tournament here at the WCWO Outlaw Arena.
Anthony Lee, like you say, young wrestler, learning his craft, trying to climb the ladder, but he is in there against one of the top guys here in this organization, a man that's held the heavyweight championship for some time, maybe more than, I'm sure, one occasion. And, hey, I've been in there with Baron von Kane. That man means business.
That is true, and right now Anthony Lee is keeping him on the ground with arm bars, and he's still holding it. Oh, and another arm bar down to the ground there. He's working that arm, and that's for good reason, because Baron does use the claw, so if he can hurt that hand and that arm, Anthony Lee is at a much better advantage at this point.
Smart wrestling at this point. Utilize one of the limbs, take it away, make it numb, make it hurt.
Oh, what a clothesline.
I honestly believe the best way to attempt, nice replay there on that vicious clothesline. I honestly think the best way to attack Baron von Kane, if I may say so myself, is to wrestle him, confuse him, make him think, because this man is just a
speaking of the claw, he's got it set in. He's got it set in. Is Anthony Lee going to give up off this claw? Oh, he's trying to break out of it. He got away.
I don't think he'll get away for long.
He got caught. What a choke slam by Baron von Kane.
Thanks for coming.
Let's see this again. Can we get a replay?
And the winner of this contest, as we thought, Baron von Kane. Hey, we'll be back.
Hannah's Record Service, located at 3501 West Kelly Street. We offer 24-hour service, plus we buy scrap metal and junk cars. Call us today at 317-808-0011.
Hello, wrestling fans. It's the Wow Factor Weeder here. My good friends at cash4junkcar.com wanted me to tell you, if you've got a junk car in your backyard and you need to turn it into cash, you give them a call on the number below. Towing's always free. The quotes are always free. Give them a call now. Tell them Ed sent you.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, weighing 243 pounds, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, he is the superstar, TJ Powers. And his opponent, weighing 275 pounds, from the Fiji Islands, he is the Fiji Wildman. This contest is scheduled for one fall over 15 time. Your referee, Mr. Tommy Two Shoes.
We are back here at the WCWO Outlaw Arena. We have TJ Powers going against a relatively newcomer, the Fiji Wildman. And this guy, both of these guys are odd in their own way.
I'm telling you what, I'm looking forward to this. I've known TJ Powers for many, many years. But this Wildman, he's got my interest. I like this guy. I don't know who I'm going to root for.
Well, TJ Powers is taking it to the Fiji Wildman right now.
I tell you what, experience may be the difference in this matchup, because the man, wow, that surprised me, because he's got a powerful left hand. Apparently he's got a powerful hard head.
I was going to say, the difference may be his head, not any experience necessary. And right now he's really slamming into TJ Powers.
I've heard a lot about this Wildman. Like I said, I'm really intrigued to watch him. He sounds like my type of guy.
Well, he's a newcomer. He's a little off tilt, very unpredictable. Much unlike TJ Powers, he's predictable, he's precise, he knows what he's going to attack.
TJ Powers has been in the business a long, long time. And at this point in his career, he is worried about one thing, himself.
Well, he's on a path to try to gain the WCWO Outlaw Championship.
You know, people have told me that, but I honestly believe that that's secondary to him at this point. If he obtains that, fine, he'll take it. But he's had enough championships, enough titles. Again, I think right now he's worried about just being victorious, and at this rate it looks like he will be.
Yeah, he just took the Wildman's head off with a powerful clothesline.
This is what he does. This is what he does, and he's very businesslike about it. And the Wildman's going to have to understand he's in there with a crafty veteran.
Well, he's got him up and down. What a body slam by TJ Powers. And a leg drop.
And, of course, here recently, I think TJ's lost a few bricks off the load.
I'm not even sure what that means.
You wouldn't.
All I know is TJ Powers is keeping the Fiji Wildman, on the ground.
Well, now, wasn't TJ Powers being seen by some doctor while I was gone, and now the doctor's gone, and he was having issues, mental issues? I mean, like I said, his mind, he's getting a little older, you know.
That is true. We honestly don't know what happened to the doctor. I mean, we know he has mental issues. We're still looking into that. But he just hit him with a heart punch, and that was it. TJ Howard victorious.
I still like this Wildman, but he's just going to have to learn that was a veteran he was up against.
That is true, and ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after these messages. Hannah's Record Service, located at 3501 West Kelly Street. We offer 24-hour service, plus we buy scrap metal and junk cars. Call us today at 317-808-0011.
Hello, wrestling fans. It's the Wow Factor Weeder here. My good friends at cash4junkcar.com wanted me to tell you, if you've got a junk car in your backyard and you need to turn it into cash, you give them a call on the number below. Towing's always free. The quotes are always free. Give them a call now. Tell them Ed sent you.
Hannah's Record Service, located at 3501 West Kelly Street. We offer 24-hour service, plus we buy scrap metal and junk cars. Call us today at 317-808-0011.
Introducing first, weighing in at 245 pounds, from Seattle, Washington, Nate Stone. And his challenger, weighing in at 230 pounds, from Bloomington, Indiana, Kevin James.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a nice matchup here. We have Kenneth James versus Nate Stone, two young guys. And, I mean, what do you have to say about this, Dallas? We got two young guns here.
I don't know anything much about this Nate Stone, but I just hope he destroys Kenneth James. I can't stand Kenneth James. I don't like the name Kenneth James, and I think you know why.
No, I don't really. I mean,
Do your homework.
other than your guys share.
Shut up.
I mean, all right.
Share,
whatever.
we don't-
Apparently, you're making a big deal out of a name. Kenneth James, Nate Stone, they're locking up right now, and Nate Stone got him backed up into the corner.
That cost me money, that name. I'll tell you something about these scissor bills out here, rooting for these wrestlers. Shut up, pay attention, listen to the big deal, and pay no attention to this guy beside me.
Well, right now, Kenneth James working on the arm of Nate Stone. Nice kick to the, I guess, the armpits.
I don't know anything about this Nate Stone. Seattle, Washington.
Yes, he's from Seattle, Washington.
Is he lost?
No, I don't know, but I know he teams up with Anthony Lee and, a tag team they call Paradox, and they actually were the former WCWO tag team champions.
They were the champions after I left.
Yes, and right now Nate Stone with a running leg drop.
The
What a
Bashers
move.
would have never lost if I hadn't have left. And I'm not saying it just because of me, but the Bashers wouldn't have lost to those. I've seen Anthony. I just saw him earlier. No way. And they got the belts back.
What a kick to the spine.
The cream rises to
by
the crop.
Kenneth James.
We've seen that last week in our feature. The cream rises back to the crop. And again, early 2013, we're in the middle of the month basically, and who's the tag champions? It's not that guy there, it's not Stone, it's certainly not James, it's the Bashers.
That's true. The Bashers are the WCWO Tag Team Champions. Right now, we have James and Stone in the ring, and Kenneth James just got reversed with an Irish whip into the turnbuckle, but caught him in the chest.
What was that?
It was knees to the chest.
A drop kick to the knees?
No, never mind. There's a drop kick. Kenneth James staying quick on his feet. Well, on his feet, off his feet, depending on what move he's throwing. But right now, Nate Stone trying to come back, and it's not working. And James with a double arm DDT, going for the pin.
That ain't gonna do it.
And Kenneth James wins. You said it wasn't going to do it, but it certainly did.
Apparently this Nate Stone needs a little bit of help. I'm gonna talk to him.
Hannah's Record Service, located at 3501 West Kelly Street. We offer 24-hour service, plus we buy scrap metal and junk cars. Call us today at 317-808-0011.
Hello, wrestling fans. It's the Wow Factor Weeder here. My good friends at cash4junkcar.com wanted me to tell you, if you've got a junk car in your backyard and you need to turn it into cash, you give them a call on the number below. Towing's always free. The quotes are always free. Give them a call now. Tell them Ed sent you.
Wild Championship Wrestling Outlaws, the only weekly pro wrestling show in Indianapolis. Tickets only $9. Kids 5 and under are free. 1151 South Kentucky Avenue. Every Friday night and the second and fourth Saturdays of every month. Call the WCWO hotline at 317-308-6556 for dates, info, and training. WCWO Wrestling, where the Outlaws play. Sponsored by Hannah's Record Service.
You are now rocking with the best. Joey Kid Owens, JKO. You think you did something? You think you accomplished something on January 5th, the very first WCWO Roundup? I saw the Facebook posts, I saw the statuses. All you accomplished was pissing me off. So next week, I got you one-on-one. Recognize the name, respect the skills, and tap before the snap.
Well, you just heard from Drew the Don Skills issuing a challenge to JKO. And now we have
JKO will never show up. He's running wild out here somewhere. He's not going to show up. He was lucky last week.
Well, he won last week, and apparently Apollo Star has something to say.
Check. 1, 2, what is this? The Zulu King is coming with the roughneck business.
What is this Zulu King?
Introducing
I'm not
the
telling you.
greatest WCWO champion in the history of WCWO, and one half of the greatest tag team of all time, the Soul Shooters. Poison, Apollo, Stizza, Star.
Yeah, take that, Elvis.
What Elvis have to do with that?
He's in the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Poison, the Apollo Star. And his challenger, weighing 220 pounds, from Indianapolis, Indiana, he is Dylan Bostic.
Well, this is shaping up to be an amazing match. Dylan Bostic, well-traveled throughout the Midwest from Greenfield, Indiana, I believe. He used to come to WCWO when he was a kid, so this is...
He's still a kid.
Well, I mean, when he was like 11, 12 years old, he'd be in the crowd with his grandfather. So this is kind of like a nice story happening here, but he's going up against somebody who is not to be taken lightly. Poison Apollo Star, former WCWO Outlaw Champion, part of the tag team, the Soul Shooters, with Drew the Don Skills, who was just heard issue a challenge to JKO.
This should be a good matchup as far as wrestling ability, high-flying moves from both participants. Now, that was uncalled for. Drew's out there talking to the Scissor Bills, and this Bostic interrupts him. These wrestlers are rude.
He's not rude, he's ready to get going. And speaking of getting going, he immediately gets him in a headlock, and Apollo throws him off the ropes. Whoa, what a flying shoulder block by Dylan Bostic.
I will say this, you look at this Outlaw Arena, it is packed to the rafters.
Oh, he was not wasting any time. What a suicide dive to the outside of the ring. Let's see if it again. Wow.
I'm not so sure that didn't catch more of Bostic than it did Apollo, but Apollo's the man down, so we'll see.
I was kind of surprised he didn't end up in the second row.
Have you seen the second row?
That's true.
You wouldn't want to be in it.
Whoa, and Bostic went high and missed. That's why they call it a high-risk maneuver. And Apollo showing why he's a veteran in the ring.
Thanks, Mr. Soley.
Who?
Never mind.
Well, Bostic holding his knee up. He might have torn something there. He's really limping. And Apollo with the headlock.
I'll tell you what, Apollo's still on a mission. He is not forgot here recently when he lost that championship, but he is bound and determined to be back in the scene to get that title back.
That's true. He did lose it to TJ Kemp in an amazing match. And then Drew lost it, or TJ Kemp, lost it to our current WCWO Outlaw Champion.
The God of Wrestling.
It's the Wow Factor.
Salute that man. That's right. It's Coma Weeder, the God of Wrestling.
An innovative way to choke Dylan Bostic over the ropes. Apollo not taking Bostic lightly whatsoever.
Well, again, you've got Bostic is an up-and-coming wrestler who's been very successful. Let me talk! He's been very successful in a small amount of time, traveled the world, but he's in there against a man that has much more experience.
And Apollo kicked out twice now, and he's got him with a schoolboy. 3 kickouts in a row.
You don't quit interrupting me, I'll have you replaced.
Well, I'm trying to call it a match here.
People can see.
Well, Apollo going for a pin. I think he waited too long to attempt the pin.
All right, referee. Is that the same referee we had last week?
It is.
I'm not so sure about that referee. I got a lot of questions. I need to talk to people. You certainly don't have any answers.
I just think it's funnier to see you this confused. Right now, Apollo going up high.
It is
Whoa,
rare.
one of the legs dropped off the middle rope.
Tell you what, Apollo, as good as he is, and I can say this, will he get
No, he kicked out.
as good as he is? I think he and some other wrestlers here in WCWO are missing one element.
What would that be?
That's for me to know and you to keep watching.
I don't think you know.
I do know.
Well, right, I don't know if he's missing any elements other than the WCWO Outlaw Championship. I think that's the only thing Apollo's missing. But right now, he's really taking it to Dylan Bostic, not letting up whatsoever. Got him in the corner.
Welcome to Outlaw Wrestling, Dylan.
Oh, and he answered that one back with a big boot to the face. Oh, he caught one himself. That was amazing, honestly.
Would that be anything you can do? I can do better?
I think it was. I thought you meant could I do it? No, I can't personally, but. And Apollo.
Talking to the Scissor Bills. Shut them up. I'm getting tired of hearing them.
I don't think him talking to him is going to shut him up. All it did was incite them to yell at him again.
They can yell all they want. This man is in control, and this Dylan Bostic is finding out how tough it is here in WCWO.
That is true. And oh, what a reversal by Bostic and a dropkick. And another one.
Come on, Apollo!
Oh, what a spinning heel kick by Bostic. I think that's anything you can do, I can do better.
Well, look at him. He wasted time. He went over to the Scissor Bills, cost him 2 or 3 seconds, and that could cost him the matchup. Inexperience.
And that inexperience is showing. Apollo got him. Whoa, what a power slam.
He quite possibly could have had Apollo, but a little bit too much mustard on the hot dog he had to show off for the fans.
Well, this is one great main event, sponsored by Hannah's Towing, and these guys are really putting on a show for these fans here at the Outlaw Arena. And he's got him with a pin. No, what's he working on here? He's got the pin, he's got the tights.
He's got a 3 count.
You saw that, he had the tights. How big deal how you got here to say that?
I saw a 3 count, that's all I saw. And as I predicted, the winner, Apollo Star.
That is true. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another edition of WCWO Roundup.
We had a time.